My name is Inma Martinez, and I'm not ashamed to say that I am probably one of the few children of the internet, because I think I've been about 20 years working at the very cutting edge of the beginning of all the digitalization.
We read news online, people connect their televisions into voting systems with mobile phones and remotes. Across the nation for the last 10 years, we've been educating and making technology accessible and digitalization accessible across all areas. Technology comes to make life easier, not to make it more complicated.
These are the tough decisions, and probably it's more psychological. We as European empresarios have a huge advantage. We know what it is to run a company with a lot less resources. You are on a journey to change people's lives with your products and your services, and you're on a route, a very bold route that no one has been before, and you have to be aware of that. You can't just think that you work in isolation. Take stock and think of yourselves as a collective, connected group, a generation. Change is good. Change happens when people do things for improvement. If you're creating new things, that's not a route in life for weak people. This is for the brave-hearted. Be aware of that. Take stock.
And I know that most of you, when you decide to create new things, it's because you feel something is missing, something is not there, that can really fill that gap, and you have to have intent. You have to feel that what you're creating has a meaning for this life and for people to actually buy your product.
So what do we have as assets in the media world? This is a snapshot of how in the UK the different publications, the different media are beginning to get market share in print, web and social. I'm going to show you a case study that really has created a lot of talk in the UK and has shown the power of good content. So what is the toolkit that we need to challenge ourselves and make money and take our brands to another level? What we are going to try to do for you is demystify the concept that brands are corporations with a huge bag of money and they can just finance any film project. I think that one of the objectives is to explain what brands are seeking when they collaborate with filmmakers and production companies, and what are the goals they're trying to get, why do they do it, what are the expectations, and how manage that process and actually achieve a high quality product. Filmmakers that are able to build a community around their project. The traditional film industry would be hoping that you go and pay for another ticket and you go see it again. And what the audiences are doing now is they go online and they want to engage now in different ways. So perhaps that's what is changing. About Google, because it's really going to disrupt a lot of what we've seen in 2009. It's going to erode into iPhone market share. For example, as of middle of October last year in the US, Android had already 20% of the smartphone market, and this is considering that T-Mobile had not yet launched their Android phone. This is about, maybe 2-3 handsets available. So imagine when in 2010 you have the 11 Open Handset Alliance manufacturers with all their phones all over the place. Android will erode iPhone. is going to bring to market a store with applications that are more to do with productivity rather than with entertainment. And then on their Chrome side, I see them going into netbooks and converging towards the end of the year.
If we look at what's coming up in the next 20, 30 years is a life of connected devices, but also a very self-sufficient life. People feel very empowered, very self-sufficient. They publish their own content, they communicate with each other, they communicate back to corporations. They have a say in many social and industrial issues. Life has created a very thin layer between what the powers that be rule and command and what people actually rule by themselves. These days, most of us technologists and strategists that try to help companies make sense of all of these, what we focus is how can we create a seamless connection between the big corporations, the little people, and everyone becoming as one.